Hey everybody, Nick Miller here from MiniQuadClub.com, and today I'm going to do a quick review of the Xiaomi Yi camera. If you're wondering, that's how you pronounce it, Xiaomi. Real quick unboxing. I've obviously done this before. Here's my camera. The box that it comes in has a manual in the bottom of it. You might as well cast that aside because it's not in any language that the majority of us here are going to understand. No offense. And boom, the cable. So this is the actual pieces you actually care about. Let me get everything else out of the way. So the camera itself has been touted as a GoPro killer. It retails for anywhere around $92 shipped to, I've even seen it down to maybe $80 shipped, which is significantly cheaper than an actual new GoPro 4. However, it's not quite up to snuff with a GoPro 4. Let's do some real quick overview things that are differences from a GoPro. No screen, so you need the app that it comes with to be able to do or see any of the settings, so you have no screen. Power button here, shutter, microphone, lens, mounting part for actually mounting it on a tripod, which a GoPro doesn't have, so that's kind of nice to have that on there. And then you have the battery on this side, standard GoPro-ish battery, not the same exact size though, so they're not compatible, so don't get too excited. And then on this side you have a little flap here. You take that out and you have your micro SD, your USB charging, and your HDMI micro out. So you can plug this directly into a TV for viewing. So the big deal with this was that you could actually do 120 degree 1080 video at 60 frames a second, which is pretty much only in the only found on GoPros. There's a lot of other GoPro knockoffs, SJ4000, SJ5000s, and all kind of other knockoffs. Turnigy makes one, but none of them do 60 frames a second, so you get that really kind of choppy, not smooth video. So this guy will do the 60 frames a second. So just to try to cut to the chase here, I've been using this for a while. You can see that there's some scuffs on it, some marks or some props. I beat this thing up pretty badly so far and had no problems with it whatsoever. There is now a iPhone app that works really, really well with it. Just follow the instructions, you'll have no problems. The Android app has also been updated and it's a lot better as well. So the English, the instructions not being in English is really not an issue because the app is all in English. So, two thumbs up to them for getting some good apps developed. Inside the app, you can do things like change the resolution, change picture mode, video mode, change the boot up mode, and all those cool things. And again, I'm not going to go through all that stuff. You guys can, there's a billion videos on that out there right now. So, download the apps, play around with them a little bit, get used to the settings. What I will say is that for the money, I really feel like this is a great deal. You're getting about the quality of a GoPro Silver or White 3 or 3 Plus. And so, what would have cost $200 or $300 just a few months ago is now under $100, and the quality is great. I feel like if I lost one in a crash, I wouldn't feel quite as bad. They come in a couple different colors. The white is okay to find in the grass. I would suggest getting there's a green and yellow that would probably be awesome. I would check that out maybe. I did find that some 3D printed lens covers for GoPro could fit this if you shaved off the inner part a little bit. So I've been using a GoPro lens protector on it that I shaved down a little bit, and that's been working really well. And really that's about it. I mean, I'm getting about maybe 2 hours of battery life per charge as far as recording time, maybe a little less. It's hard to tell because you only fly so many packs a day. I haven't had it die on me in the middle of a day and say I've probably flown maybe 10 packs through it. So battery life seems to be okay. Really easy stop and start. It's held up to a couple crashes. It got thrown off of a couple different frames so far, and it definitely held up. And so, like I said, my initial impressions and final impressions really for the Xiaomi Yi Cam is that if you don't want to spend the money on a GoPro 3, because a GoPro 4 you really can't compare this to. So let me get that out right now. If you're looking to compare this to the GoPro 4 and you think you're going to get the quality of a GoPro 4 out of this, you're wrong. But if you look at the silver and white GoPro 3s, and maybe even the black, you're going to get very, very similar quality. The chipset in this is made by Sony, and it is the chipset from the GoPro series that they just discontinued. So, a lot of the same performance you're going to get out of this camera and for under $100. So, for me, 2 thumbs up on the Xiaomi. I'm going to put some footage in. I did, however, have to take off, I should mention, I did have to disassemble this and adjust the focus on the lens. Now, the newer versions of this that are out in the market now supposedly are better adjusted. It wasn't really a big deal. You just pried off this front cover and you turn the lens and put it back together. It really didn't wasn't that difficult, but you know, you know, it was something I had to deal with to get the lens focused correctly. So something to be, you know, considered about. I will say that some GoPros are like that as well. I've seen a couple that people had to adjust manually, not as, you know, not as badly as this, but I've seen some people adjust them depending on what they were really going to use them for. So let's talk about pros and cons here and wrap this up. So pro is definitely the size and form factor. You know, another pro would be that it has, you know, the ability to be mounted on a tripod. Another pro, 1080 by 60. The app is a lot better and in English now, so you can understand it. So, you know, all those things are pros, and the price obviously under $100. Cons would be that it's not the same exact size as a GoPro, so GoPro accessories aren't going to work with it. And then another one of the cons is the microphone. I've put a piece of tape over the microphone and seen better results, and some people have actually taken the microphone out of an old Mobius and replaced the microphone in here with that from a Mobius and had better luck. But the microphone in this is pretty abysmal. So, you know, if you're trying to record you know, anything where you actually care about the audio with it, I wouldn't suggest it. But for quad stuff, it's definitely definitely usable. So, you know, I'll post some video at the end of this to for you guys to take a peek at, and you can make your judgment call for yourself. Keep in mind that YouTube does its duty on trying to tear up some video. So I'll try to post a link in the comments to some raw video you can download for those of you that want to see what the actual raw footage looked like. So thanks so much.